Well, hello, friends and neighbors. John, your whiskey neighbor here. Welcome down the Nook. It's good to be back. Going to talk some Scotch. I need to clear some room on the shelf, so I looked. What do I have that's kind of low? And there's this one, and I haven't talked to you guys about it. This is a blended Scotch from huge group, right? Dewar's. I'm positive that everyone who's tuned in here has had, or at least knows about the Dewar's blended Scotch. But this is part of their smooth line. So this is the Dewar's Caribbean Smooth, aged 8 years. So we'll talk about this blended Scotch when you get back. If you have anything kind of sweet and light, pour it, drink along.
3, 4.
Thanks for staying with me. As I was saying in the opener, I wanted to get back into Scotch because I got a few bottles that I really want to talk to you about. And then I also just came back from a trip to Ontario, and I've got a couple of bottles I got to find room for on the shelf. So I think I can probably put these to rest. You know, Dewar's is actually, like, it's a very complicated blend. By that I mean I've read that as many as 40 different aged whiskeys go into their core blend, and that's incredibly complex. So the blender is obviously phenomenal at what she does. This is very interesting, this series. It's actually the second bottle in the series that I've done. I reviewed this Illegale Smooth earlier, and it was my first Dewar's 8 Smooth line, and I really liked it. And then I saw this for a phenomenal deal in Canada. I think it went on sale for something like $25. Just a crazy deal. And I thought, wow, I like that. I'll try this. And the reason why we're down here is when I opened it up, it was what I was afraid of. This is a rum finish, right? So it's a blended Scotch, which means, you know, it has malted barley, but it also has grain whiskeys. It does have an age stamp, 8 years, but it's finished in rum cask. I don't know for how long. I don't know if it's finished, you know, for I'm gonna guess something like 6 months in rum cask. And I believe Bacardi Group now owns the Dewar's Group. Is that right? Something like that. So probably one of those rums are what is giving our influence on this blended Scotch finished in rum. Oh, I also left this on here for you guys to see. You know, Whiskey Advocate back in 2019 gave it 90 points. So they were obviously quite impressed. Let's see if I am too. On the nose. Light, sweet Scotch. I don't know if on the nose I would know it was finished in rum. I would think it was like little honey, little floral, quite sweet fruits. Yeah, quite sweet fruits. So playing into that tropical fruit note, pear, and then sweeter, like it's like a fruit cup sweetness. Not much else in the nose, really not getting a lot of spice. Maybe an edge, but just an edge. On the palate then, Sancha. This is what you would expect. It's light, it's fruity, but with time for me to get to know, time, bottle perhaps to open up, time, the glass has been open for over 20 minutes, I can get a little more out of this Scotch. When I first had it, it really felt like a light space side, some grain quality in there, and then sweetness, likely from that rum finish. Now I get all of that. It's still sweet, a little grainy, but I can get a little bit of oak, and almost a wisp of smoke or something, a little depth to the quality. And I will say the back half of this bottle has been a delight, an absolute delight for $25. In fact, it really took a long time to get into it, and the back half just disappeared. Try another sip. And again, I can get a little bit of smoke or char or oak mixed in with the clear sweetness, honeyed, little bit of malt, but more grain sweetness for me, and fruits are definitely into that, pushing into tropical, a little bit of, yeah, I don't know what that would be. Because there's a constrained note to it. I was going to say, mango, pineapple, that's too sweet. But certainly fruit cup type. Is there a wisp of cherry? Was that a pear piece that I just ate? Like that kind of fruit syrup sweetness. So I think I've been saying throughout the whole experience that it is lighter and sweeter. And if you really don't appreciate Scotch that is of that nature, I would pass. I would say though that if you come across it for a great deal and you want to give it a try, you open it up and that's really all you're getting. I don't know whether it was me letting it rest for a bunch of months or whether I just kept trying little sips, but my palate or my understanding of this bottle absolutely shifted. Now, in the long finish, I find a little bit of bitterness comes out with this one. I don't know where that's coming from, but it does play. Like now that I've been talking, I've got a little bit of spark, but nothing in the enjoyable palate. And I would give this certainly like $25 Canadian is phenomenal for age stamp, nice presentation, and good flavor. It's a solid 3 3/4 for me. Could push more just based on its value, but I think it's got to sit a little under 4 for me, but quite a nice blended Scotch. I like to shoot a comparison, and what a natural comparison, right? This is now the essential core of Dewar's, again 8 years, but this time finished in Mezcal casks. So how does it differ from rum casks? This nose is different right away. It's a little herbal, a little almost rye-like. A little vegetable, and then the sweetness is really that Scotch sweetness that comes out with a Speyside type. And in comparison, this just moves into nice orchard fruits. Actually, not overly sweet, which I expected. But this already has something a little unusual. Try it on the palate. Slodja. I like this Scotch. Like a lot. If I didn't give it 4 stars, I have to give it 4 stars. Sadly, I haven't seen another bottle around here. I've seen lots of bottles of this Caribbean, but this Mezcal doesn't seem to show up again, which bothered me because I also got it for about that kind of price. Just a real steal. And what makes this good for me, yeah, it's a little vegetable, a little herbal, almost bitter right away, but I like that interplay, a little bit of char, a little bit of that interplay between that kind of properly bitter, not old metal type kind of strange bitter. I like in my skin. This gives me pause, gives me reflection. This Caribbean Smooth I would go through very quickly. I would drink lovely on ice, enjoy it, relax, probably focus on the conversation. This would make me pause. So many people may not like this because of those odd, little off kind of herbal notes, but I think it's a significantly more layered, nuanced Scotch, which I don't say a lot about some blends, especially in this price range, which is why this easily sits at 4. Thanks for joining me again. Hopefully I can pop on whenever I get a moment in these last few days of summer vacation for me. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a chance to get a couple of days off, maybe enjoy friends or family as things open up here in Canada. I truly wish you well. I hope you and your family are well and just having a great summer. Take care.